I'm Shin God Zero, and this is my review of Hiya Toys Godzilla King of the Monsters King Ghidorah. This big fella was a Christmas gift from my big brother, and I was not expecting this to be as big as it is. The box is huge. It's a decent box too. It's got a nice big picture of King Ghidorah on full display with his death beams. The backside also shows off the figure in a different pose. Not too much to say about it other than it's a nice box, so let's take this bad boy out of the box. Putting this guy together was kind of a chore. I had a hard time getting the two tails attached. I was able to soften them up in hot water like the directions said to do, but it took a lot of elbow grease to get it on the ball joints. I was afraid I might break it before I even got a chance to review it. That didn't happen, luckily. The wings also had to be attached by inserting each membrane into the corresponding wing bone. Some of them were kind of a pain to line up in the slots to attach. Besides that, this thing looks awesome. Again, it's way bigger than I anticipated and also adds to the awesomeness. The shimmering gold paint looks great and the glossy finish helps bring it to life. Not really, but I like saying that. I like a nice gloss. Anyway, the detail on this thing is crazy. It even has movable tongues that are super important when it comes to attaching the death beams. The beams attach by slipping the tongue into the beam holes, and then the jaw clamps on the beam to keep it secured. The beams also have teeth marks on one side so that they fit snugly in the mouth. So as far as looks go, this thing looks radical. The face, eyes, tongue, teeth, and the inside of its mouth all look good. All three heads. The toe claws look good as well. No defects and or paint chipping. As a matter of fact, I do not notice any defects with this figure. I mean, maybe the horns on the head are a little warped from the packaging, but I really can't tell. When it comes to articulation, it has a good amount, mostly in the necks. Each neck has 8 points of articulation, not counting the head, movable jaw, and tongue. Each joint is a ball joint, and I'm sure with enough posing, you could get the heads to pose how you want. The jaw and tongue are both hinged joints as well. Next up is the torso region, which barely moves at all. Seems kind of pointless if you ask me, but maybe it's to help the wings, I don't know. Then we have the wings that are separated into 2 sections or 2 arms on each side of the upper torso, and are kind of like Goro's arms from Mortal Kombat. They're connected via ball joints and have a lot of room for maneuverability, which is good because it's kind of a pain to connect them together. The 3 upper wing bones also have ball joints to make it easier to connect the wing membranes. Next are the legs that have 4 points of articulation each. Starting at the base is a ball joint and it connects to the hip. It has limited movement but enough to get it to stand. Next is the lower leg that connects at the knee, and it seems to be a hinged ball joint because you can bend the leg like you would a knee if it had a knee. Then we have the ankle region that is also a hinged ball joint, followed by the foot that is also a ball joint. Lastly is the 2 tails with 10 points of articulation each, all ball joints. And that's pretty much it, besides the transparent stands that don't really work very well and aren't really necessary to hold King Ghidorah upright. As for a final score, I'm giving this thing a 5 out of 5. The only thing I don't like are the stands, and that's no biggie. This is probably my coolest Godzilla figure yet in terms of size and details. The hinged jaw and tongue are really cool, and I would like to see that translated over to the many iterations of Godzilla. I'm pretty stoked to have this bad boy in my collection for sure. I just need to find a good place to display it in my office. Thank you for watching, and take care.